My name is Henry. I am 100 years old, and I am a soldier from a war that stole my youth, my family, and the people I loved more than my own life. When I was 18, before I left for the battlefield, my mother placed her old violin into my hands. She did not cry. She only held my hands tightly, then whispered, "When the world becomes too loud, let this violin become your prayer." I carried it through the jungle, through gunfire, through nights thick with the smell of blood and smoke. Some nights, that tiny sound from the violin was the only thing that reminded me that I was still alive, that I once had a home, that once there was a mother waiting for me to come back. Then one day, a grenade exploded. It tore my leg apart, but what it truly took from me was them. The brothers who shared their last piece of moldy bread with me, who gave me their final drops of water, who held my hand when night fell, and death came closer than ever. I survived. They did not. When I returned, I thought the war was over, but it wasn't. No one was waiting for me at the station. No arms were open for me. No one said, "Welcome home, my son." There was only silence, and in that silence, I became a forgotten soldier. The years passed. I lived on the streets. The wind was my blanket. Cardboard was my bed, and my violin became my shelter, my food, and the only friend still willing to listen. When the world turned its back on me, every coin dropped into my hand was only a passing glance. They stopped. They listened for a moment. Then they walked away. And I stayed with the darkness. Today, the doctor says I need surgery, but I have no money, and I don't even know how much time I have left. So I came here, not for fame, not for fortune, but to play the final song of my life. Because inside this violin, there is not only music, there are their names, their laughter, from those who never came home. There is the whisper of an 18-year-old boy who once believed he was immortal. If you are listening tonight, please don't listen only with your ears. Listen with your heart. Because even those who are forgotten still have a song to sing, and this is mine. Before I lay my violin down, I want to whisper one last thing, not just for me, but for everyone who has ever lost someone they love, for those still living in loneliness, for those who believe the world has forgotten them. If you are still breathing tonight, if your heart is still beating, then know this: you are not finished. You have not been left behind. Lord, please open your arms and hold the souls who are tired. Please heal the hearts that have been broken in silence no one ever heard. Please give rest to the nameless soldiers who never made it back home. Please give a home to those who have been living without one. And please bless every soul watching this right now with peace, no matter how loud the world becomes. If you are praying too, if you are longing for a miracle, if you believe that the soul never dies, please leave one word in the comments. Amen. As a whisper toward heaven that says, we still believe, and we still hope.